All right, folks, How to Save the World Part 2. Whether you've been at this for 2 months, 2 years, or 20 years, this is some of the steps that myself and others have taken when, we see problems and we want to make them better. And that's really the number one takeaway is if you see a problem, don't count on the fact that someone else is going to fix it. Just do it yourself. Like, don't wait. Like, if you see, it's like as simple as like, let's say we're in a household, right? If you see, a stain on the floor or something, just clean it up. It takes 2 seconds. The same idea corresponds to all problems in life, as far as I've been able to tell. So I was missing a social group in 2020. A lot of my friends thought I was a crazy person. Tried to convince a lot of them. Started posting stuff on the internet, trying to show the truth, and it's just, it helped a lot of people, but, it was a very toxic sort of thing to do. Like, it didn't really get me the response I wanted, trying to convince people that there was something weird going on. But what really did work was finding the people who came willingly, and that's a big thing is, find your tribe, people often say, but it's really, to me, it's about voluntary. It's about people who just get it and don't need it explained. Those are, I found my best relationships and, best people to have on a team. So we started, I started out on social media and then we transferred to these parties. And at first, it was 5 or 10 of us, and then it grew to, 15 and 20. And my friend, one of my good friends now, Morgan, she got added to like our group chat, and she was like, "Hey, can I host the party this week?" And, she had this awesome spot. And so we started having these awesome parties at her barn and my friend Dan's barn. And what was cool about this is that we started solving the problem. And when we started hosting these parties, we lived like way out of the city, and people were making like an hour and a half drive to come just to hang out, just because, we were there, we were accepting, we were welcoming, and, you could speak freely and you could be yourself without trying to pretend to be some weird like caricature of a human trying to virtue signal. And it was fun. It was great. And because of that energy, we started attracting people who just wanted to help, right? We had this coalition of the willing people who just got it and voluntarily wanted to help out. So then we had a real place, a real location, and it started blowing up. And so these parties, from just being a small group of friends started growing into something more. And we started having, synergy with like the freedom rallies that people were hosting in town. People started coming out of the woodwork. My buddy Nelson came up with this cool slogan, Save Canada, and my friend Zach, they're, I believe, both in this picture here, yeah. Zach started selling hats, and I was like, well, this is friggin' cool. I can walk into a store, and, I never wore a mask. I think, like, maybe, like, 4 times, maybe, like, 20 minutes total. Anyway, it sucked. Never did it again. But when you walk into a store, people assume you forget it. But if you're wearing something, like one of these hats, it's like, okay, people know you didn't forget your mask. They know what you're about. So and it inspires a lot of people, right? So we grew from these organic parties, and then all of a sudden things are happening. We're starting to sell hats, and we're starting to build a symbol and a shared identity, right? We're starting to build a culture, right? Like, what is culture if not shared symbols? Like that flag you see there. A hat to wear, a slogan, a catchphrase, right? And then other people started, my buddy Scott here in this picture started, a political party, right? And we helped him do that. And, politics isn't my thing, but like he's killing it with politics. Or another friend of mine, Dennis, is in this picture, and, he started holding Bible studies, right? And, we started learning about the Bible. And rather than being in this weird, like, judgmental church environment, it was, we were asking questions, and we were answering in, ways that were relevant to us, and, looking up answers. It was so from this small seed of just community came all of this amazing stuff. So it really is down to just solving simple problems that are really close to your heart and not waiting for someone else. Like, again, if you see the stain on the floor, you just clean it up. You don't try and hope someone else notices it and cleans it up, because that's how society falls apart. So, as always, guys, generosity creates abundance. Please go out and be generous. If you think this video was useful, please share it with one person who you think would benefit most. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.